Kelsey says, I feel exhausted by the healing journey and feel I'm just clinging to the it gets better idea. When does it get better? It will never get better if you keep thinking it'll get better, because thinking it'll get better implies it's not good now. So you're getting more, it's not good. It will get better means not now. Kelsey doesn't like that answer. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It will get better implies not now. It's good is freedom. It's perfect. Today, I felt so off, you guys, and knew it was perfect the whole time. There's nothing worse when I'm feeling off than thinking it's going to get better, because that implies this isn't perfect too. And for you to move to oneness, you need to have, it's okay that I'm off now. It's okay. That's exactly on point that I feel like shit. It's exactly on point that I'm crying, blocked, stuck, throwing up, off, right? Do you see that if you're physically sick, thinking I will get healthy, that's nice. But also, do you know the sickness has a purpose too? Do you know that your sickness, you're sick, is like you could also sit there with a fever of 103 Fahrenheit, and you could just be like, thank you. There's one level of power. There's an old level of power, like, I'm sick. Okay, I'm going to picture myself healed. But could you also get to a new level of power that says, when I'm sick, because Kelsey, that's where you're trying to get to, that when I'm sick, that's on purpose too. Do you get what I'm saying, everybody? So now make it not sick. When I'm not having a good day, that's on purpose. It gets better implies that this day is not on purpose. It gets better implies this isn't good. It's still circumstantially, it's still victim to third density circumstances, because you're saying it gets better measured based on what? Right? When I'm exhausted, the healing journey, like, I want you guys to know today I felt off. Like I sent messages to people like, I'm having the hardest day. I was so introverted. I was feeling really, really off. And all I was thinking is how much I'm expanding right now. I was feeling darkness. I was not thinking it will get better. And that makes it, if I swear to God, if I thought it will get better, I would put an expectation on it. I wouldn't hear what's here. Right? And it would be here again tomorrow. Right? It would be here again tomorrow, because what was trying to be heard would not be enough right now, because it gets better later. So it would have to come up again. The darkness would have to come up again and would have to come up again. Marcella says, how do you feel like that? And then show up tonight by understanding. And by the way, if when I was in my darkest place, I had this call, I would have shown up, because I can be completely off and with you, because I know that's on purpose. I know that's service. I know that's me expanding. I know that that's right. I love it. I literally was feeling so tender and so off today, and just so grateful for it. So dark and so off, and so grateful for it. Literally in there, like, what is happening right now? Right? So hear the difference in, if I'm off going, it will get better. What am I saying? It's the same as everything happens for a reason. There's an ego to that. I was talking about this on the hot seat. Everything happens for a reason. Well, I was supposed to have that bad thing happen because I got that relationship out of it. That's everything happens for a reason, which literally means it's worth it because my small self got the egoic thing that it wants. Yet everything happens for a reason that also you can't only measure based on your ego. In other words, everything happens, and the reason is now. The reason, you don't need the reason. It just, everything happens and it's right. Do you see the difference? My off days, my healing journey. Maybe, Kelsey, also we could undo the idea of it being a healing journey, which has an outcome that the ego can see when I'm healed. And we just get, we're here. Let's be in a here journey with no destination. Right? Can we do that? Can we be in a here journey with no destination. What do you think of that, Kelsey? What if we switch the idea that it gets better to I'm here and everything and I have a capacity to be here for everything that's here. Not with a it's perfect. So Kelsey says, I get it. I'm just tired. I am too. I am too. We're all in the work. I know, Kelsey, you got a lot going on. We're all tired. We're all tired. We're switching seasons. Like, maybe we just need to be heard? I remember once saying to my friend, pain I was in, and he said this to me, and it was such a profound thing. I said to Diego, pain I was feeling. And I said, I want to call my mom about it. I had this whiplash in my neck. And I said, I want to call my mom. And he goes, why do you want to call your mom? And I was like, I don't know. She just should know about this. And I realized she'd worry about this or whatever. And he said to me, do you want sympathy or do you want to change it? Right. And there's sometimes us, and by the way, whatever answer is said is right. Like maybe Kelsey, when we're saying I'm just tired, sometimes we just want to be heard and we're in an egoic place where we just go, hey, I hear you. I'm tired too, Kelsey. And sometimes we just want to be heard. And then sometimes we want God to hear it. Right. And then we want to expand. So I want you to know, Kelsey, I hear that you're tired. And the only offer that I have on that question is undo the idea that you're on a healing journey, because you might be at a consciousness that's bigger than outcome-based healing. That literally says, if I'm not at whatever I've decided healed is, which by the way, you'll notice is a vague thing, right? When am I healed? How do you know when you're healed? You notice that the ego says, I'm on a healing journey, which means I need to get to healed. And then how do we decide when we're healed? That there's no more work to do, that we're fine, that we're millionaires? What's the way to measure that we're healed, right? But what if instead we're on a now journey, on a here journey? And then we're there for the tired. And tonight, maybe, Kelsey, when this call's done, you don't have any phone on and you get some sleep. Or you meditate a lot. Or you're here with the darkness and you're not trying to get out of the darkness. Biggest cause of suffering is trying to get out of suffering. That it'll be better thing can be death to people at a really high consciousness. And most people are in a really high consciousness. I got to get out of suffering. I think it's Lisa Cairns that said that sentence. The biggest cause of suffering is trying to get out of suffering. That's our problem. And the more and more I was in suffering, but I was here with it, not here with it to get over it, just off for the day. Weirdly, later in the day, it passed a little bit through all kinds of different things, some external stuff and some internal stuff. As you see you and you honor, I'm tired, I want some water, I'm, whatever, I need to let go, I need to not date for a while, I need to ask someone out, whatever it is. And you just follow, life will change what you're feeling. But nothing would make me more tired. Nothing would make me more tired than constantly trying to be in a different place than I'm in. Nothing would make me more tired than trying to get to a light side while darkness is trying to be seen and alchemized. Right? Darkness is trying to be seen and alchemized. And every second that we are like, oh, that doesn't matter, the darkness, let's get to the light. Darkness is screwed. Darkness is like, okay, well, I'll come up again tomorrow. I'll come up again the next day, because you think light is bigger than darkness when all of it is you. All of it's you. All the darkness you feel is you too. The band. A subtle factor you might not know about, we could open up awareness on, that might take some of the tired away, is the constant fight with the dark energies that you feel, versus don't be on a healing journey and think it gets better. Be in the now journey and think it's perfect.
Hey, it's Kyle, and I'm pretty congested right now, but that's not going to stop me from giving you the greatest deal I've ever offered on the Absolutely Everything Pass, ever. Usually, our Absolutely Everything Pass is $79 a month, and you can get a year for $795. But right now, over the holidays, I'm giving you an offer of the Absolutely Everything Pass for one entire year for $299. That's literally the price of going to a therapist or one and a half therapists if they're not that good. That literally breaks down to about 30 to 40 cents per hour, because there is now over 1,000 hours combined from what we've done so far and what's coming next year on the Absolutely Everything Pass. There are 725 hours of past calls, and next year we're going to be doing about 250 live calls, plus all of our live events. Every single thing we've ever done and everything we're doing, you can have now for $299. That's a quarter of a tank of gas. When you go to the website, you can click a link, it'll say it's $795. You type in the word water and it will suddenly become $299. And then you can spend next year watching this thing pay for itself over and over and over as you make higher and higher decisions, release things that don't align with you, move into a higher vibration of your own body, move into a higher health, and watch as the world starts to mirror the things that you're doing. Join us on the Absolutely Everything Pass, commit fully, and you won't believe the results.